closing like 200 and something positions. And that's a little alarming, especially because I have an interview next week for a management position. What's good in the web? I'm your man Q, back again with some more of that geek news. So after losing over $400 million last year, well, in their fiscal year, GameStop will be closing 200 locations, which, you know, in hindsight, that's a lot of locations. But if you do the math, and I'm not really the best at math, but if you calculate it, and there's probably 4 people there, and you times that times 200, and you know, you got like 800 and something employees. I said my math was bad. Stop, like, checking me and stuff, all right? Relax. I'm making a point here. It really isn't that bad because GameStop still has over 5,500 stores that will still be up and running. Like in my local area, there's a lot of stores, especially out here in LA. I don't know why they do that. There's one store that might be in the mall, and then there's one that's literally across the street from the stores. I don't want to diss nobody who got no job there, because, you know, times is hard. I don't want nobody to lose no jobs, but you know what? Those stores like that, they don't need it. It's at least, in my area, 5 GameStops within walking distance. And that shouldn't be like that. I mean, they already have more stores than Toys R Us, which is a huge department store, which only had like 800. I know it's a smaller company, but downsizing and downshifting and downscaling, it's a whole bunch of down motions that I'm doing there. I wish that it was some way, somehow, we can go back to those game crazy days where we were able to actually play certain games at that store's location. So that way we are getting a chance to see what we want, not mature rated of course, see what we want before we got it. I mean, maybe if you put it and you played like $1 or $2 for 20 minutes, I mean, who wouldn't do that? If I wanted to go play Overwatch, why not try Overwatch for the Switch to see if the frames are really trash like everybody's complaining about, and play it for free, or not for free, but for a couple bucks, and you can utilize that, the used ones for that. That's a smart tactic that Game Crazy did years ago that it seems like nobody else has been trying to implement. GameStop is kind of like that, you know, girl that everybody says they don't talk to, but they really on the low have been talking to, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. GameStop has some of the greatest deals when it comes to video games because they're trying to get people to come into their store and to buy their used games. GameStop makes all their money basically off of their used games. A little known fact about video games that people don't really get, that's the general consumer, is consoles don't make these companies money. What make these companies money is the games. It always comes down to the games. That's why I've been preaching. I need to make a shirt that says that. Buy a system for the games. Games is all that matters. The software sells because it's a continuation. And GameStop, if they continue to shore up that, hopefully with this downshift and downsizing, they can correct some of their mistakes and wrongdoings with things. They can fix that because it's not a bad place or a bad company, but it's like anything else in life. Sometimes you can have too much of an abundance of things and then it can oversaturate the market. And I kind of feel like that's the situation right now. I don't think, from at least, you know, digging a little more research in, that GameStop is doomed and gone forever, even though, you know, some of the employees probably feel that way who are going to lose their jobs. But I will say, this is a time for reflection. $400 million is a lot. So hopefully the prices will stay similar, the same, but some new business practices will be implemented to correct the situation on such a lucrative market. Does the Switch, the PlayStation 5, which is about to come out, and this Xbox Scarlet or whatever that's going to be, and Stadia, we thought video games was going to die in 2015, 2014, and they have, you know, far exceeded what we thought they were going to be in this industry again. So I'm happy, and we need GameStop like we needed Toys R Us in this industry. Support your local places. I mean, hey, even if you go in the chat, that's just me. Just some people like the same thing you do. It's good to be in an environment where you have commonalities with people. But, you know, that's just me. That's just me. As always, if you did like this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, you want to stay up to date on all things video games, including GameStop, and all things geek, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until next time, interweb, I'll holler at y'all later. Remember to eat, geek, sleep, repeat. Peace.
And if you're still thirsty, here's another video for you right here and right here. Water's wet.